I want your opinions after this video, and I want you to tell me something.
All right.
Now he's hammered, right? He was hammered.
He was hammered right behind the
Okay.
shoulder. Might have been a little high for the heart, but you definitely double lung. Just standing still.
Watch him. Now watch his back legs.
Oh, they're
He
getting
looks like
weak.
he's getting a little weak in the legs steps.
Look at the right side of him.
Just
You-
he's
you can
soaked.
Yeah, he's toast.
Hey everybody, what is up? We are back with another Backcountry Rewind episode. We're doing live video reviews. Tonight we've got our good friend Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors, and we're going to be reviewing one of his hunting videos from, I don't know, this was this last season, right, Ted?
Yeah, it was, I believe, October 25th, I believe. I think this is the video when I shot. I had so many videos, I can't remember the dates, but I think it's the 25th.
Yeah, Ted's the real deal. Ted goes out and he does an upload just about every Wednesday on YouTube. And so he's got a great channel, Off the Hook Outdoors, hunting, fishing, gear reviews, you name it. He does it. And so I'm glad to have you on the show. And
It's
got
fun.
my co-host Josh with me tonight. Josh, what's happening, brother?
What's going on, guys? Just telling you
What's up,
guys how
Josh?
busy I am trying to get my crab boat put back together.
There you go.
You know,
Well, we are overdue for another episode. Josh and I did a pilot episode, got some good feedback. We went back and did a second episode, and we were just having fun doing it at that point. So Ted reached out and said, "Hey, man, let's review one of mine," and we are all about it. So tonight we're going to be watching. The title of the video is "My Son Shot a 10-point." Is that it? My son hit a 10-point buck. See what happens. And
Oh, baby.
it's cool because if you follow anybody's channel, you get to know the players. And Ted's got a son he's taking out and setting him up. And he's
Yeah,
got
I
some
am
good
setting 'em up.
opportunities, right?
Yeah, I set him up all the time.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
it's kind of like, hey, move over. I'm stepping in the shooter's chair here, buddy.
Give dad a chance here.
Yeah.
But I know you put the work in, you do the scouting, and you got the spots lined up. So Theo does a pretty good job. It's fun to watch him have some success. So tonight we're going to get into it. Let me see if I can change the layout here.
I just
So
got
that
him his birthday was March 5th. So I bought him his own 10-point crossbow.
Nice.
Oh,
So he's got
nice.
a Titan. He's got the new 2025 Titan, 10-point Titan for him. He wanted the green one. We went out. My buddy has a pro shop. So we, you could buy those other crossbows, but I like dealing with my pro shop, the guys I've been dealing with for years. And if something happens, you could take it right to the pro shop, have them work on it. Because not too many people do the bow, working on the bows and stuff like that. And so we got that planned. And then this weekend coming up, I'm going down to plant 36 pear trees at camp in strategic areas to get them deer funneled to our food plots and stuff like
That's
that.
it,
So
yeah.
we're going to be doing that this week.
We did that once, I don't know, 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, where I planted a bunch of apple trees, like saplings. They were actually secondhand. They were going to be thrown away by the fruit farmers. They just burn the bad ones that don't have the great genes. And, I got my hands on a couple of them, and we took them up into the mountain, and it's the soil and the canopy not letting enough, and none of them really came through. But that first year when we planted them, I mean, like a magnet, bringing in the bear and the deer and everything else to go with it. So
Yeah, I get them from Blue Hill Nursery. If you don't mind me giving them a shout out, I'd like to
nah,
say,
man, shout them out.
Ryan at Blue Hill Nursery in PA is great person. All the information, he'll help you out. But yeah, we're heading up to, it's about a 3-hour drive from from where I'm at. So we're gonna drive up Friday, get our trees, and then head to camp, and then Friday night get to camp, and Saturday morning get up bright and early. And we got a few guys coming down to start digging holes and putting the manure around and lime in the holes with them. We're doing it all. So we're going to fence them off and everything. So it's going to be a busy weekend for sure. But thank you for letting me plug Blue Hill Nursery and Ryan up there. Great people. So
anytime,
check them
man.
out.
That sounds like a great weekend,
Mhm.
and we're all about it. Not Josh's brother Chris and I, literally last night, 2 nights ago, we recorded an episode where we plugged a bunch of the guys in the Tracks and Tackle collaborative that either sell a product or
Yeah.
provide a service, and we really want to promote local if we can. So all right, let's get into it, man. Let me see if I can share my screen, and certainly you guys will have to tell me how the audio works. But we are getting into it. This is Ted Polanowski from Off the Hook Outdoors. My son hit a 10-point. Let's see what happens next. We're going to roll it, guys.
I'm excited. Ted, I watch a lot of your videos, so this is fun.
And thank you. I appreciate you, man. I love you. I like this kind of stuff. You guys are pretty much this the way
everybody.
it is. The way it is.
Welcome back to Off the Hook Outdoors. I am Ted, your host, and it is Saturday, October 25th.
Got the date right.
And we're at camp. Thea and I just got here, and I am walking up to the food plot here. But we are going out tonight for an evening hunt, and then we're going to go to a haunted house down here, and then we are going to meet my wife and my daughter, I believe, at the haunted house with a bunch of friends, and it's down here in Uniontown. So we're going to hunt this evening, and Theo and I are going to go meet them, go to the haunted house, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to get up tomorrow morning and hunt again. So I'm just walking up to this little food plot by the house here and checking it out. Looks good. See it right there. It's growing. And today, guys, it is right now, it's 55 degrees. Little warm, but cool. On the cooler side.
Warm. 55 degrees is warm.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's about what it is right now, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
so like,
I'm sorry to interrupt the thing, but I didn't know.
Hop
if you
in, man.
You're fine.
Yeah, no, it was a good, it was warm, like your temperatures for deer hunting. That's warm. 55 degrees is kind of warm, but it was a change in weather. And I failed to say that here. I just said it was warm, but it's cooler. It was like 70 degrees and it went down to 55. But 55, if you just go and don't know, 55 is warm hunting deer warm in October. But it was just a change in the weather. And I tried to play this weekend because with my son, it's like all the stuff he's going with all the baseball and everything and practices. So I got to try to pick and choose the best weekend that I'm trying to get him on a deer because we don't have a lot of time for him. Now, me, I have all season. If my wife lets me go, I can go every weekend, every day if I want to. But it's the idea of picking and choosing the right time. So I think I hit it on the head this weekend, and you'll see in the video what I mean.
Yeah, anytime a weather pattern moves through and you see the temperature just dip a little bit, it gets the deer on their feet and that sort of thing. And the other thing I'll throw out here is, it gets us out too. Most hunters get excited when that happens. But one thing I'll say about Ted, your videos is you do a great job at talking to the audience, right? And you're just sort of giving us you're setting things up for what we're about to watch. So let's tear into it.
Appreciate that.
From the north. So when we're in our blind, it's going to be blowing right in our face, which is going to be awesome for the food plot tonight. I brought some Jinx and Scents with me. We're going to go out and put some scent out. And we're going to sit in the blind. We're going to go up about 2:30, 3 o'clock in about an hour. And we're going to sit there the rest of the evening. I got a bunch of texts from my buddies. Bob down at the lease, he still is not seeing any shooters. But Boo seen a new buck this morning on the lease, so she's going up there to hunt that this afternoon. I think she's sitting here right now. I got a text from my buddy Joe. He's in Ohio. He's saying the deer are moving right now, so really excited about tonight, guys. It's turning out to be what I expect to be a really good evening and morning hunt. Hopefully we're done this evening, but if not, we have the morning to hunt too. And when you're seeing this video, Theo's first video of our first sit of the 25, he had a 10-point low, but we didn't get it. It ran down into this field and disappeared, but we got somebody saw it again. So it's alive, which is a good thing. Then
He nicked
We
one too, Ron.
sat again the next.
So that might have been the one that I watched. I might have seen the one that he shot low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, what are you doing? And then I found out on that video that it was my bad. It was my fault. And I admit it on video, but I had a new string put on my 10-point earlier that season. And when you get the 10-point or when you get a crossbow, the strings tend to stretch on you fairly quickly with a crossbow because they're under all that tension. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I shot it for 2-3 weeks and not even thinking about going back and rechecking it right before that hunt. And I'm like, I'm shooting on. And then a week later we go hunting and he ends up shooting and he shot that deer low and nicked him. And we did get that deer back on camera throughout the year. And my neighbor saw that deer, and a guy that was hunting down here also saw the deer come past him. But it wasn't a good shot for him to take him. But he said that he saw that deer because I have tons of pictures.
It makes you feel better.
Yeah, I'm down there.
Yeah,
I got pictures. I know their mothers, their uncles, their brothers, all the deer that are on our property. So I knew he was good, but he was pretty down from that. And I'm trying to rebound him back in this video. So wait, you'll see. It's just like
that'll take the wind out of your sails whenever you
the ups and downs.
Miss an opportunity.
Yeah, the ups and downs of bow hunting, and it happens to all of us. You guys have all been there, done that. If you hunt enough, it's going to happen to you. You know what I mean? So trying to rebound him back from this because he was a little down, but you'll see what happens again.
All right.
Week, and Theo had an opportunity at a big 8-point in the morning, but he couldn't get a shot. It went into behind the bushes at like 30 yards. So if you haven't seen those videos, make sure you're going out and checking them out. So we're going to go back, hang out for a little bit, sit around. We're going to pack all the stuff up, put all the food in the fridges, and we're going to get out there. Really excited about this evening, guys. It's that time of the year, a week before Halloween. This is when they start getting it. Now, I was in the stand the other day, and I witnessed 2 small bucks chasing doe around back at home. So that's another video that's out. So a bunch of videos coming out. If you haven't checked out my channel with the hunting videos, if you're into hunting or fishing, go over, browse the channel. If you want to subscribe, I'd appreciate it. It's free. It helps us out a lot. We're about 200 shy from 5,000. I'd really like to get to 5,000 this year, hopefully after hunting season.
I just hit it this year.
Make sure you're hitting your notifications all so you could be notified whenever we upload new videos and do giveaways.
Right on.
I'm also doing a giveaway on my community page. It's over on October 31st, and that is any deer harvest pictures, doe or buck, send them to me at Ted Polanowski Jr. at gmail.com, and me and the kids are going to pick the 2 best. You're going to get your choice of a long sleeve or a short sleeve off the camo shirt from my store. So make sure you're going to check that out. Make sure you hit the like button for this video as well. All right, guys. Hope you enjoy the video. I think we're set for a really fun weekend.
Yeah, you do a great job at setting up the video.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to cut in there, but thank you. I appreciate that because I do try to spend. A lot of people, that's the wrong way to do it on YouTube. They're saying, "Oh, you need action right off the bat."
Yeah, they want you to get into it
to keep people into it. But I don't care about that. I like to set it up for the people watching.
Yeah.
And if the people are watching it, I want them to know what's going on. I don't care about people dropping off the first 30 seconds of a video or whatever. I'm explaining the video the way I want to do it to let you know. And any hunter appreciates that because now they know. Now they know what's going on.
Heading up to the line now, about 2:15. We're going to get in there early because I think they're going to move early. So we're just going to take a nice slow walk up. Theo's ready to go.
I'm winded, Ron. I'm winded.
At least to see some deer.
That's me.
It's early season. You're not in shape
yet.
Josh,
you know that for sure, buddy.
Ready, Theo?
He's like, yeah.
He's dressed up, man. He's ready to rock.
All right, guys. So I made it to the stand. I put some Bewitched from Jinx Some Scents out in a scent canister. About 22 yards, I think it is, from the stand right in front of us. We got a north wind at 5 miles an hour, so it's coming this way into our blind, which is really good. I put out the milkweed, and it just went to the right a little bit and fell down, so it's kind of calm. We got the food plots. I'll show you the food plots, and I'll show you the scent canister. We got the pear trees, 4 pears. That big buck, I'll show you the pear tree that he worked. He worked the heck out of that last Saturday. So I'm hoping that they're going to start putting more sign on. He visits his sign, or this tree again. Theo's ready. We're comfortable. We're in the stand. We're ready to go. So hopefully we get some action tonight.
So you got a nice boxed in blind.
Yeah, I
You've
built
got
that for my dad about 18 years ago.
right. You know, you got the curtains, the curtain rods, and everything in there. So
Yeah,
like,
that's my dad. I don't get that pretty with it, but my dad does.
you know, so that's not a bad thing. And I've seen you hunt out of this because I watch your videos, and so you got a nice, a pretty good view of a nice opened up area where the animals like come in and they're moving through and stuff like that. So, I mean, I think back to whenever I was, 12, 13 years old, just getting started, and I was hunting some good mature timber where there were some, decent genes in deer pool and the deer herd was good. But I did not sit long enough. I didn't sit still enough. I would just get tired, I would get bored, I would get cold, and I missed on so many opportunities when I was young,
Mhm.
just because I didn't sometimes we don't realize how good we're set up.
Well, that's the young kids today. We were young once too. We didn't get it. You know what I mean? And that's funny you said that because we're sitting over a food plot that when I was 14 and 15, I sat over this same area, but it looked nothing like this. It was all grown up with goldenrod, and it was just a few little paths there. And our big buck was a 6 point that it was in between your head. That's what the deer were down there when I was little. And
Mhm.
I sat there when I was younger, and I'd sit there for 2 hours and walk down to camp. I thought that was normal. Just go out, check, go down to camp, come back up. So all the opportunity that you miss, but it's just neat. And I want to stress this to Josh and you guys, and you get it though. You guys know this. It's neat to have your property. And when I'm sitting in this blind and I'm looking out there, everything's rolling in the back of my head when I was younger, when I was up here looking at this stuff. I mean, it's so cool. And you guys know this is the whole idea of me. When my dad's in his blind, it's just like unbelievable because my dad, me, and my son, 3 generations in there, and overlooking this area that was basically strip mined years ago
Mhm.
that had no value at all with deer hunting. Okay. We turned it around. We did the work. We cut out trees. We made bedding areas. We knocked down big trees. We got this food plot going. And now over the last 5 years, it's just been so much better. Even 10 years ago when I was hunting down there, it wasn't as good. Now it's starting to get good. And you'll see the pear trees are king. I don't care what anybody says. Pear trees are the best thing to plant for deer. Now, apple trees are good. We got 28 apple trees coming this weekend, but we're picking and choosing where we're putting it. But if you want deer in your area and you want shots at deer, plant pear trees. I'm telling you.
Josh is the guy, man. He understands plants.
Yeah. Yeah. So
You
it's
know,
just like the
that's
pear
literally
trees,
what
dude.
that's my job. I'm a horticulturist. Pears are where it's at. If you want
Yeah,
deer,
man.
they
It's
like that. They like
unbelievable.
that dry, sweet fruit. It stays on the branch for a long time, and then it takes a long time to rot on the ground. So when they get a hold of some good ripe pears, they're not leaving for a while.
And every buck in my area here, if you watch my videos, come to this one pear tree that we have. It's 50 yards away from this blind. That's why we're planting more pear trees. We're staggering them a little closer this year. It's gonna take about 3 years to get. They're grafted pears, so it's gonna take about 2 or 3 years to even start fruiting on here. They're gonna be three
Mhm.
to 5 foot. We got them that big. So in another 3 years to 5 years, they're gonna start producing fruit. We're going to plant some buckwheat in all of our food plots. We're going to put a stand of buckwheat because we want the pollinators. We want the bees in there. So we're going to plant buckwheat because that attracts a ton of bees. We have some clover fields. Our destination plot's clover. And I'm sorry, but I'm trying to fit this all in on this. Trying to get you all the information. But the
Hey, we
buckwheat
love it.
is going to be, and these are all videos that are on my channel too, so you can go watch them. But the buckwheat is going to be 20 yards by 20 yard stand in each area where we're planting trees at to get those pollinators in there, to get them bees flying back and forth and pollinate all these pear trees. So that's the
Cute.
whole idea. There's a method behind the madness, and you guys all know that.
I love strategy.
Yeah, man. And
Dude, me too.
that
Yeah,
is just as fun, Josh. You know this, and Ron. The strategy and the chess match before the season and doing everything is just as fun as going out there and shooting a deer. I mean, to me, it is anyway.
absolutely.
I love it, dude. I'm like getting goosebumps now talking about it.
Well, you
You
get to
know?
sit there with the history and the tribal knowledge of the property, and like you said, what it once was, how you've worked it and got it to where it is. And as we sit here and we watch you and Theo, on this hunt, it's like all the sweat equity you put into it to get the
And my
property to
son
where it
just
is.
don't know, Ron. My son just don't know. He thinks it's normal to go out there and see 30 deer at night. And I'm like, that ain't happening, dude. We created that. We created that.
The weather.
Right.
It's 54 degrees right now. So it's going to go down as we get to the evening. And the barometric pressure right now is about 30.3, so that's good. 30.2 and higher is really good, but it's steady. It's not rising right now. So we'll see what happons. You ready, buddy?
On his phone. He's ready, huh, bro?
Yeah,
He's
huh?
ready.
Guys,
He's on his
we're gonna
phone.
sit back and get quiet. Wish us luck. All right, guys, we weren't in a stand 5 minutes. There's a doe.
Didn't even have time to get quiet.
Nah, he don't understand how good he got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can't get her on video for us. I think it's a doe.
How old is your son here?
He's 13. As of March 13th, as March 5th, he's 13 this year. Right there, he's 12.
Awesome age. Awesome age.
He's testing me.
My 12-year-old
He started
daughter just
test-
killed her first. My 12-year-old daughter just killed her first one last year. Man, it's fun. It's fun getting him out there.
My daughter killed a doe from this spot when she was 10.
All right, guys.
That's like, yeah.
That doe was probably bedded just off the food plot. So it might have just seen us come in or heard us, but we walked in really quiet. But if they're bedded just a few yards off of the food plot, which does usually bed close to the food, she just got up and walked back and forth just in the wood line, just to check it out, to see if we were still here maybe. But she ended up walking back in a little bit. I could still see her tail wagging as she's walking away from us. But that's okay. She's not spooked, but she was checking us out or checking the area out. She might have heard something or whatever, but she didn't smell us because the wind's coming from her to us, which is good. So that's a good sign. There's deer around. So we're just going to get quiet and see what happens.
Now, can you get him out for an all-day sit?
But yeah, he has to stay in
He'll
there,
hang?
dude. He's got to know the deal. When he's with me, he knows the deal. That's
There
why
you go.
sometimes he says no.
Right. Not into it today.
No, there are old
Nice
pear
size
trees in the
nanny doe
back
right
there.
there.
Yeah, there's some like that little one on the right there. That's a pear. Now those two trees right there. You see that deer's in between both of them? They're coming out because they're dead and they're useless. But you'll see
Not producing.
the top right corner is the magic pear tree right now. You'll see it again, but it's full of pears.
Out in the field. That's a good sign. It's like 3:30. So that's good. He's coming over to us now.
It's fun whenever you see
It's
activity.
Yeah,
It makes it easy to sit there all day when you can sit there and you
yeah,
watch
it's
stuff.
fun. You don't know what's coming in. You know what I mean? Like we had a picture of a bear at my mock scrape there the week before that. So Theo was all amped up to see a bear, and I was like, "Don't get too amped up. You might see that bear, two of them in the next 10 years."
Yeah.
We did a little bit of a live. We went about a half an hour. So if you haven't checked out the live, check it out. She came right into 20 yards and she was feeding on the rye grain. She just went across the field, was eating pears, and then she went into the woods again. So she's hanging around, which is a good sign.
This, if I could say
she
something,
didn't
Ron,
like
real
some-
quick, and I'm
Yeah, go
sorry,
ahead.
I get excited when I watch this stuff, dude. Yeah. So you heard me say rye grain, okay? So what I do is now I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm on the pro staff with Jinx Some Sense. They asked me to be on their team there. Well, I developed a food plot, my own food plot, the Off the Hook blend of food plot. So this is a test this year. Now we had a drought, but my dad and I went down and hand sprayed water on this plot in front of us to get it going because I was so nervous because it's my own blend, but I didn't want to have videos out. And you'll hear it earlier in the videos. If you follow my videos, you'll hear earlier that I'm testing it and I did the food plot planning and all that. So I'm so nervous right now with the drought that we had. So me and my dad loaded up 55-gallon drums on our pump sprayers, and we went up there with the tractor and we sprayed. My dad was up there a few times spraying it by hand to get this to grow. Now it did grow, but it stunted at about 5 or 6 inches. It could be bigger because I do have in my off the hook blend that I'll be selling this fall actually is we have the kale, the kestrel kale in that because the deer love kale, and the kestrel kale is really palatable for livestock and deer. So I got that. It's not a woody blend. When it grows up, it doesn't get as woody as the regular kale. So we got that in there. We got the Dwarf 6 rape. That's a good filler for any spots that don't grow real well. The Dwarf S6 rape grows. It's a brassica type deal rape. And then I have the daikon radish and the purple top turnips because I want to get that daikon radish down in the ground to pull them minerals up to the top. And then anything that isn't eaten, that loosens the soil up and creates biomass for next year. So if they don't pull the radishes out of the turnips, they rot in the dirt. And next time we disc, we have minerals and stuff for next year. So that's all, like I said, planned for I'm already thinking of next year in this video, like what's going on next year. So the rye, we do put rye around it just to get something grown in case your food plots are failing. They love the rye. So the rye's easy. Anybody can grow rye. And you know that, Josh. You can grow it in the back of your truck when you're taking it
Yes,
there.
sir.
So
Yep.
so that's the deal with this. Try to get this food plot as best I can so, Sir Theo can see deer. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like Josh, like you say, man, there are hunters and there are gatherers, and everything that we hear you talking about, Ted, is like the mind of a hunter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
It's
sitting
just,
here and I'm watching this, you're watching this plot of ground, but you're thinking about the soil, you're thinking about the sun, you're thinking about the moisture levels and the contents and the nutrients, and
yeah,
it gets granular sometimes.
I know it's crazy.
And when she came over, she caught a whiff of either the bewitched scent, and it sort of not spooked her, but she didn't know what it was, and she went across and she walked around a little bit, or she caught our wind, but the wind is blowing in her face. So I don't know what was up with that, but she was a little nervous. But she was looking at the blind too, so she might not have liked the window being open.
That happens a lot too with that window being open.
They know where that stand
I
is.
will be back.
It's like your backyard, man. They know everything. Now she's eating a rye right there. You see how the leaves are like from the tree line? It's always compact right there. All the leaves. So that's where our rye is because rye will grow just about anywhere. So we put on the hard spots, all the pressured areas, and I'm talking about pressure from the leaves. Now here comes one of the big boys for him.
Now, over here on the right, is that what I'm looking at?
Yeah,
you can see my cursor or not.
Yeah, I can see
There's
he's
some
coming
movement.
right. See the movement right there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you look at this deer, look at his back, high
big
in the
body deer.
shoulders.
My goodness. Look at his back shoulder.
Somebody hit him earlier this season, not on our property. I'm shaking in this one because I'm like, Theo, you got an opportunity, buddy, so make it happen.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now he's 50 yards that tree, Josh, right there. I'm like,
50 yards.
he's done all day right there. The way he's standing right now, he's done.
Yeah.
He likes
man,
pears.
what a sight that is.
He loves pears. I got goosebumps, man. Sorry.
It's fun going back watching your own stuff. I
Yeah.
can't lie.
Now he's looking at us. He's like, okay, are they in there today? Like he knows. But he's 50 yards, and me, I'm putting that arrow right above his shoulder right there, and I'm letting it rip at 50 with my bow. But
Right.
I don't want Theo shooting 50, okay? Anywhere from 40 and in. So he's very disciplined, and I got to give him credit for that because he's standing there watching his deer.
Oh.
And I'm like, right in
All
that
right.
pocket. Right in
All
that
right.
pocket.
So like, this is the difference between knowing that there's going to be more deer. You know what I mean? Like he's got good discipline, but he knows there's more deer, right?
Yep.
There will be another opportunity
Yes.
where, like, even today, and there's deer. I shoot deer every year, right? I know that eventually, like, I'll get my deer, but it's really difficult, like, to let one walk
I know.
for me.
I know.
Broadside,
It's like
50
instinct
yards.
kicks in, like, all right, man. Like, I might not get this opportunity,
Ooh,
even though I know I'll put the hours
yeah.
and I'll put the time in the woods, and we'll always end up successful, even if, you got gun season, you can always fall back on. But
Yeah.
it's like, man, if you get the opportunity, I hate to pass on it.
I know, and
Yeah,
it's
me
just like
too.
for me, Ron and Josh, like I know I'm like, okay, I know there's other buck in here. I mean, I have all the inventory, or at least my inventory that I got on camera. Like you can never know.
You know
Everybody
what you
always
know.
everybody always says in these big name hunters and everything, and you guys know you're never gonna know every deer in your. You never know. I don't care what anybody says. They could say, oh, we have 20 bucks. This we have an 8 point, a 10 point, but you never know. There's always that one buck that you never saw. Okay. So I know this buck. I had them all in velvet in this field earlier in the season. So I know
Mhm.
there's this one. There's a big 8. There's 3 other 10s. So I'm telling Theo, like, this is 50. It's a long shot. Just chill out. I told you 30 to 40. You're pushing it. If he's broadside at 40, you go ahead. My crossbow, my 10 point havoc I could shoot 100 yards. I could shoot across this field at the edge of the wood line and be fine myself, but not
Mhm.
him. I want him to learn that you just don't shoot at deer. Okay, so I want to.
Right.
And when you were saying about the opportunity, now when you have your own property like this, and I'm doing all the stuff that I'm doing, and I'm into it, you see what's available. So okay, this is a really nice buck. I'd like to have him, but we got other bucks that may come in too. If he's coming in, I'm gonna say we got a pretty good chance of another one coming in. So let's just chill out and just wait for your shot. You know what I mean? And he's sitting there and he's cool with it. But that's how you got to teach him. Because when I was younger, I would have shot 3 times already at this buck.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And that's why I don't shoot big bucks every year, because I take, that
But you have
instinct
to
kicks
though.
in.
Some people have that thing where you can't pass up a deer because you don't know if something's going to come in. Like if you're
There's
hunting
so
public
many
land,
people.
especially, you
Yeah,
know
there's
that.
so many people out there that don't even get the opportunities that I'll say I do, or we would. Just there's people who go out there and they just don't see deer because they're not in the right spot. They don't have the right opportunity, whatever the reason might be. You're just saying about teaching Theo in the moment, but um, even talking to the camera, you're teaching the viewer who's
I'm
watching.
trying to like
You know
help
what I mean?
them, other
You're
people.
talking about the barometric
Yeah, for
pressure.
sure.
You're talking about what a good day is, what a bad day is. And so you're educating as we go. I love it,
Yeah.
man.
Very cool.
And me too.
How he's hit up high in the shoulder.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He was hit right there.
That's a good body deer though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He's
That's
a nice buck.
He's a stud for sure.
There you
Oh.
go. Mark that area.
Mark it with the tarsal glands.
Was he 16, 17 inches wide?
Yeah, I'm going to say about 17 inches wide. And then he just walks out of our life there, and Theo's sitting there like, I'm like, nope, let it go. He walked to our right and walked right down the hill to our other food plots.
That'll keep you in the stand though.
We just had the Big Ten. He had 50 yards. He was standing on his hind legs to get the bears.
That was cool footage. And I'm glad I
That
got
was
that.
real good footage. Yeah, me too.
He went around us to the right and went in the woods. We have no shot over here, but he was a little bit far away. But he went down behind us. So I reached out the window and grunted, and I rattled. But I think he went downwind of us. But it's early, so we'll see. So we have that big 8. That was the big wide 10. That was a nice one. He was at 50, but I didn't feel confident with Theo shooting 50. So, we'll see what happens. That was very exciting, though.
Yeah.
He's a really nice buck.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I gotta get Theo one. I was ready to shoot. He's a big buck.
Big
All
body.
right, guys, we're gonna
antlers were big for that
The
area.
doe keeps coming in and out, but
Yeah.
she left when I rattled. So, all right, we'll see what happens. Maybe he'll come in last light.
This is what I talk about. Like, he's educating
And it's
and
pretty
talking to
big
the
column,
audience
so,
throughout the video.
Yeah, for sure.
man, I wish you would have got a shot at him. I just looked at the doe, and the doe was looking to the right. I looked out the window, and I seen him walking towards us. Man, was that exciting. I just wish he would have came closer. If he would have got within 40, I would have had to take a shot, but 50's too far. All right, we're going to hunker down and see what happens.
Heart's racing for him.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
best part about this is like the story in the moment,
Oh, we got two doe that just came down the gas line.
because the fog of war, man, you lose some of the details.
Try to give all the details I can in the video. That's why people are like, you should just go to the action. I'm like, nah, I like to do it this way.
I wish he would have came in. We'll see what happens.
See that path right up there to the right, like right above these doe right
Yep.
here? That goes
Yep.
out to our power line. Just about every buck that we see ever comes through there. There's some really
All right,
good bedding
guys,
areas
well,
over
that's
there.
it for tonight. We are back at the camp. We just ate some, what do we have? Hot dogs and mac and cheese.
Camp
Some
food.
potato chips, some Lay's potato chips. So we're just hanging out. We're going to watch TV. We're watching the Michigan State game. And then we're going to get up tomorrow early and be up there in the morning.
Haunted house
Bright-eyed
got
and
canceled.
bushy-tailed, right, Thea? Yeah, he shakes his head, yeah. So we're just relaxing now. But yeah, we only seen, what do we have? 6 doe in the field when we got down. I played the coyote call to try to scare them off, but they didn't leave. The 2 didn't leave. So we got down slowly, and they just looked. They didn't blow out or nothing. They just seen their tails run off. And then we got out of there. So we will be up there in the morning, and hopefully we see a buck. But that buck tonight was, I have a picture of him. He's a wide 10.
Mhm.
Really nice. The brow tines or the tines aren't enormous, but it was a beautiful buck for Theo. I probably would have shot him too in PA. He's a nice buck. So real big. He come over, you see him get on his hind legs and eat the pears, the sickle pears. And he made a little scrape. He urinated in it too. So pretty neat. And I grunted to him and he turned. He couldn't see nothing. When you grunt to a deer, if he don't see nothing, it's hard for them to come in. And he was looking, but he didn't see anything. And then he was walking away. I grunted again. Then I think he went downwind of us. He went to the right, and that's the way the wind was blowing. And then bigger deer will do that.
Mhm.
And he never came back around. He went down over the hill probably. So yeah, but we've seen some action tonight. Had a chance. He was at 50. But the does were all around us. So
That's a
not
good
the
night at
rut
camp.
yet. Nothing was chasing him or anything like that. So I thought for sure we'd see some small bucks pushing the does around, but nothing tonight. So we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It's about 5:45. Theo's up and ready to go. We're going to head up to the blind and hunt this morning. Hopefully we see a buck. We had that really big 10-point hunt last night. Big buck. He come in and made a scrape and gave us a show. And we had 6 doe at the end last night. So we're going to get up there right now, be quiet, let the morning.
I got to stop for a moment, and I got to ask this question for you guys,
Yeah.
as hunters, because you guys are both archery guys too. For me, sometimes whenever I go out and I have an encounter with a nice deer, everything in my being wants to get back out and get into that same spot and see if I can duplicate that. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, man, that was the chance. Like that was the time.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do the exact same thing 2 days in a row. So do you guys? Does your mind work on you like that, or is it just me?
You want to answer that first, Josh? Go ahead, and then I
Yeah,
could throw
mine definitely goes like that, Ron. Whenever I have an opportunity at a deer that I didn't take or whatever, I mean, it replays and replays and replays and replays, and I go back to that stand, like you were saying, the next day, saying he's gonna come the exact same way. He's gonna do the exact same thing. Never happens. Never ever happens.
With me, like I do feel that same way. But It's weird because down here, I know it's going to happen again. It's weird. It's because I know there's so many bucks in this area and it's a good food source and we created this. So we got to trust all your
The
work, trust
process.
everything you put into, trust the process. That deer will be there again. I'm not saying he's going to be there when we're there, but that 10 point will definitely be in that field again when we're there or not. He's going to be there.
Yeah.
It's just, it's all a timing thing. So I've learned from hunting on public land to that opportunity will probably never come again. If you're on public land, somebody else either got him or somebody pushed him out. He's probably not going to be in the area. When you're on public land, your opportunities are few and far between. So that would have been a downer for me. But here down at my place, when you're building this up, that's a positive. Okay. But if you're out there and I call it the real world because I have my own property. So when you're out there in the real world, that doesn't happen all the time. So you got to try to take advantage of that situation where you might not see that deer again. But down here, when you're doing your homework and you got your cameras out early and you're getting pictures of the same deer all the time, that's their home. They're coming. That's a preferred food source. It's just a matter of conditions being right. Wind, big thing. Wind. If we're in that blind and a wind south, or southeast is blowing to the way where they're coming from. South wind's blowing across that field. It's tough to hunt it. So all the windows are closed behind me. But when there's a north wind, I open both windows because I don't want that wind, what I call recycled air. When it comes in the blind and swirls and goes back out the window, going towards them, it's like a tidal wave effect that comes in and pushes out. So the positive air is pushing your scent back out into that field. So if you open up your window behind you when that wind's blowing from the north in my face, it's continuing going south because that wind's blowing and it has somewhere to go. But
it's a chess match.
Yeah, but if you close them windows, you're getting that swirl and it's going back out the same window you're looking out of, and you're putting your scent right back in the deer's face. So there's a lot of stuff you can do to up your odds. You know what I mean? If it's a bad wind situation. So that's what we try to do anyway.
Awake and see what happens, see what brings. Hopefully there's something that comes in. Everybody ready? All right, we'll see you in a bit.
Love that picture in the background.
That's when I was like 14, 15. We
the
all
old
got
family photo. You got everybody out.
There was 16
turkeys.
16 turkeys taken
That's
at that.
awesome.
Damn.
Yeah, they were all hens though. We were hunting turkeys like we were hunting pheasants. We went up to we call it turkey field
right, guys,
to this day.
It's still a little too dark to see in the blind, so I apologize for that. But it's just getting light out. About a half an hour ago, we had another buck. They came to the pear tree and started I could hear him making a scrape. And we could see the outline of him, and then he walked away.
So this is the 26th of October now.
Correct.
See if I can't draw him back in.
Trying to remember this. I have something I want to ask you later.
Yep. And it's funny because we could see, but you can't tell with the camera light. Goes back to them days where you don't shoot. We don't have enough camera light.
Right.
And then here's another one coming.
Stud.
Bruiser.
He come out of that path after it got light out, and I think it's the same one that was there in the morning.
So he's coming out from out of the power line.
Yes, towards the power line. He's coming down.
Yeah, they get some wide antlers.
Yeah, the genetics are getting better down there for sure.
That's good.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, he said right now he's about 25.
I was literally going to say, if that tree is 50, he's got to be between 20 and 30.
It's 22 yards to the end of the leaves right there.
We're all doing calculations in our head.
2 more steps, baby. Come on. 2 more steps.
Yeah. See that bush coming out there right where he's behind? I was like, do not shoot yet.
Yeah.
You'll hear me coaching him if you listen.
Then he turned straight on. Oh, come on, baby.
There you go. Front, take one more step there.
Smoked him. Oh, God. That looked like a money shot to me. I mean, I'm not.
Oh, yeah. And
that looked like it was right in the crease, right midway up the shoulder. Shit, he's still standing right there.
watch this deer now. I want your opinions after this video, and I want you to tell me something.
All right.
Now he's hammered, right? He was hammered.
He was hammered. Right behind the shoulder. Might have been a little high for the heart, but you definitely double lung. Just standing still.
Yep. Now watch him. Now watch his back legs.
Well, he
getting
looks like
weak.
he's getting a little weak in the legs. Short steps.
Look at the right side of him.
Just
You-
he's
you could
soaked.
Yeah, he's toast, right?
Yeah.
Man, hate to see him
A little far
walk
back.
out of eyesight.
He was shaking. He was nervous, but he was right here at 25 yards, and he came right into the scrape. But as you can see, he walked off like all hunched up. So I think it's like a back, either a liver hit. Now that's the beast broadhead, so it probably did some damage.
Mhm.
Didn't look
We're
like
a
it was
little
that far back.
disappointed in the
When you
shot.
see in
I
the
told
slow
Theo,
motion, you'll
I think
see
he
Josh.
hurried up a little bit, but he told me he wanted to shoot quick because he was shaking. So, but it's a Big 10, and it went off into the side here, and it didn't run. It walked into the woods, and we seen it. So we're gonna give it at least 5 hours. So we're gonna go.
Oh,
Like,
that's so tough
noon,
for a
but we're gonna stay in
kid.
here because if another buck
I'm watching
comes,
Theo's
we can
face.
double up. So I'm looking at the video, but it looks far back. But the way he walked off,
He's a good
we're
soldier.
just giving him some time. I'm hoping we can find him. We'll see what happens.
Thought he
All right,
was
guys.
toast. I thought he was
Wish
toast.
us luck on finding this deer, but we're going to give him some time. All right, guys.
Now,
We'll
can
be
I-
back.
Do you remember what the temperature was?
All right, let's stop before
It's
we do
around
the
the same as
replay.
it was the day before. Now watch it. I think it goes slow motion as well, so you'll see. Now look at the angle of this deer. Now he isn't totally broadside.
Yeah, he's
And he's
angled
quartering
just a little.
forward, or quartering towards you a little bit.
You'll see. That's why I use the light of nostril.
Oh yeah, a little far back.
All right, so you got a little bit of stomach matter on that arrow.
All right, guys. It's pretty crazy here. I'll tell you. I was sitting here on the phone with my dad, and that goofy 5-point come up and walked across. It like ran across the field and went in to where our buck went. And then I seen another buck across the path up here, the path, and went in.
Now they're starting to move. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're moving. All right. We will see what happens next.
It's crazy how one day you see one buck and the next day you see 7. You know, it's just like
Yeah, oh yeah.
Those are, I mean, but that's that late October going into November when they get on their feet. You can see seven bucks in a day, and
then the rest of the year you just don't see anything. It's crazy.
right.
I can't even remember everything that's going on right now here. But there's deer everywhere in this field. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
there's a bunch of movement back
and
there
we already
through the
shot.
trees.
So yeah, we already shot. So it's like sitting there with a. I'm like, give me the crossbow. See that buck here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the buck I shot this year in rifle season. And this is a nice up and comer, like 5-point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, brow tines. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
that's the fun thing about when you film your own hunts too. You know, once you do pluck the string, you can still sit there and
Yeah.
you're not just watching them. You're documenting.
And the thing people ask me all the time is like, well, I just love videoing deer. And I like watching them and learning about them and seeing what they're doing.
You seen that 5-point come back in? I rattled and all hell broke loose. We had, I think, an 8-point that I would have shot over here. And then I grunted. And he come back over with another buck. He went to the right. And then I rattled. And that 5-point come running down into the field and just walked to the left of us. So the bucks are on their feet. Now it's my turn because we're giving Theo's buck a lot of time.
Yeah. Man, that's so tough.
All
That's
right,
so
we'll
tough
see
for a
what
kid.
happens. Very cool morning though. It's one of the coldest mornings so far. So
There you go.
Do you know if that 5-point lit had survived through the season?
It's like 9:30.
Yeah, he's going to be on a hit list probably for Theo next year.
Well, I mean, it'd be cool to see if he gets brow tines this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that's what's nice about doing that. You get to see and grow them. But down there, if they go off your property, somebody's shooting them. But we got a lot of stuff happening down there. We got some people making cattle fields to the right that took out a couple thousand acres. So that was our problem at the end of the year. And I want to mention this, if it's okay. Like at the end of the season, during the rifle season, these food plots are magnets, like at that end season, late season. Like I look forward to late season and rifle season. We didn't see a buck during like the rifle season, small bucks, but not the big ones. But they took down all the trees to the right of us on this other side of the power line. So they had all the browse, all the deer, all the food they needed in brush over there. So we think that the deer, the bigger bucks, pushed those does in over in that good bedding area that had all the fresh drop trees and all the browse, and they didn't have to leave that area. So this year I'm looking forward to seeing, since they cleared all that out, if I push some of the deer onto our property to make it a home range. So we'll see. So there's a lot of calculations and expectations to see, are we going to have more deer, but then you need more food to keep them, you know what I mean? So
yeah, to hold them and things. But I mean, I'll vouch for it, man. You're out there in late season. I'm watching you thinking, man, it's too cold for me.
Yeah, it was cool.
Too cold for my blood.
It's been about an hour and 40 minutes, an hour and 45 minutes since Theo shot that buck. But I'm getting reactions of a gut shot, a liver, a gut shot.
Tired.
I'm really hoping he caught that liver, because the last buck he shot was low. Now that survived, but that's the last thing we want to do is keep injuring deer. But I think we have the beast broadhead, so if that thing opened up like it should, I know it put a good hole in it. So I think we just got to give it time. I'm thinking around noon. We're going to probably hunt here for about another half hour or so, maybe an hour. And then we're going to go down to the house. Sorry.
Cabin will do that to you, staying up later than you should, getting up earlier than you need to.
Had an 8-point come by. I was thinking about shooting them, so me and Theo could possibly double up, but I had Theo video, and he has his phone in 1080, so it was all blurry. I just fixed his phone for him. That way he could hold me video.
Rookie.
Yeah.
His phone.
Yep. That's what I told him. The exact words. Rookie.
8-point walked in front of us.
I don't know if I don't know if I played the footage or not.
Right about where Theo's buck went in at, so.
I think I do play
the
footage.
And then he walked right up the path. So yeah, that buck come through. He's a nice 8. Another year will be real nice. All right, well, we'll show you the grainy, nasty footage that Theo gave me. All right, we're going to put that on now.
This is my son video and for me. Oh, you can tell this is a young buck. See how skinny he is. He's like different. The thin neck, you know. He's a nice high rack though.
Yeah.
I wanted to shoot them. He would have came close enough. I probably would have shot him because at the time I was thinking Theo and I get two bucks at the same day would have been awesome, but he just was out of range, so I just let him go.
Man, this the anticipation in this video is killing me.
This is great. This is a great video. Ted, we're gonna have you come on and watch.
I'll do it whenever you want. Yeah, man.
This is fun, man. Watching videos, and I know the feeling of like rewatching your hunts because you're reliving it.
Yeah. He's out that path going the same way that buck went into.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's right there where that
his nose is in the air.
His buck went in, right?
That's why I'm thinking out. I'm thinking all this stuff. That deer's laying in there in his first bed. He
Mhm.
smells them, so he's rubbing his antlers, making a scrape there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
He has it on 1080, kids.
All right, guys. So I was showing Thea some deer anatomy, and I like put his picture of his deer where the shot was on another deer in like a picture. We think it's guts. I know it's probably part of guts, but I think it's liver as well. It looks like it's pretty far back in the video, but then I'm looking at his deer anatomy. With that beast broadhead being so big, 2.3, I'm hoping that we cut some liver or an artery in there. But we're going to go check for the arrow.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going down to the house. It's 10 o'clock. He shot it at 8 o'clock, like a little before 8. But we're going to go down to the house and come back up at noon. We're not going to mess around. I don't want to push his deer out of his first bed.
Yeah.
So we're just going
That's
to
exactly what you want.
take our time, go looking for the arrow. We're not going to stay here long. We're going to get out of here. And then we're going to come back up maybe around noon. We want to give it at least, what, 4 or 5 hours. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not sure yet, guys. So we'll see what happens. All right.
Still
we'll be
chilly
back.
that morning? Still a little cold?
Yeah, it was like I said that in there, like it's the coldest morning we've had so far. So that's why I think all them deer were up on their feet.
So with a deer hit like that, what you want is you want that deer to walk off and lay down and not get back up.
Calm.
Yep.
You know what I
Nothing
mean?
to run
Yeah,
it
but
off or spook it off.
Just
like,
let it
that was
bleed
my
out in
fear
its
with those
bed.
two other bucks going. That was my fear with those two other bucks going back that alley is like
to jump
I
them,
don't want
to jump them up.
me
Yeah.
in my mind. If I was sitting there in the stand and I'm watching that, I'm going get out of there. You better get
Yeah.
out of there. Like you better leave him alone. Don't you get in there and bust his ass and jump him up.
Yeah. And that could have happened too. You know what we didn't
Time of
see.
year.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we got the arrow. There is some blood on it. It looks a little gritty, like a liver head.
Yeah.
There's a ton of hair right here. I'll show you the hair. But it's brown too, so we're good. Yeah, I'm not sure about this shot, guys, so I want to get out of here. So we got the arrow. The beast broadhead broke, hitting the ground. So
Definitely opened.
Yeah.
But I'll show you this hair right where we were standing, and we'll get out of here. So there's all the hair. I don't see any blood, but he ran over that way, and then
But you know where he went in at, and
Yep.
there.
Right there where
you
that
saw
trees
and
are.
you saw him leaking real good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So it's about 12:30. We're going up. I got the crossbow on my back, just in case. So we're gonna go up and we're gonna move slowly and methodically to try to find this deer.
Man,
All right,
these
Thea,
are the
what
best
you hoping
walks.
we're gonna get it?
and some,
Yeah,
you know, it's
dude,
the emotional
all right,
roller
so we're
coaster
gonna
too.
get it.
The anticipation is killing
That's
me.
another
Just-
food plot right there, Josh. See that
Well,
split
well,
right there? That's a gas
Do
line.
a search,
But on
hopefully
both
find
sides,
blood.
we have a
If not, we're gonna have to
destination
do a grid
clover
search.
plot there. It's about 2
All right, we'll
acres.
be back. All right, guys. So we found blood where he came in and stopped, and then we lost blood. So I have no idea. We're gonna walk back where I think the way he came from. We're gonna walk his thicket that way, and then we're gonna make a circle down. There is a creek down there. I don't know if he went down, but we're gonna walk this top, see if we can find blood anywhere up here. But we lost blood already. As soon as we got in the woods, there was a pile where he stopped.
Yep, there was
And
a little
then
bit of blood
I was
about
saying
the
it looks
size
like
of
it's
a
dark liver
small
blood,
paper
so
plate.
We'll see. We might just have to stumble upon him. All right, we'll be back. All right, boys and girls. There's blood right there. We got some blood from the field to come in, but there's no more blood. And we went grid searching down that way, down over the hill. We walked back to the left in the thickest stuff, and we can't find anything. I thought he would be bedded down fairly close the way he walked off, but he didn't.
This
So
is that low point of the hunt right
keep
now.
looking for a little bit more.
Yeah.
God.
That gut, that stomach hurting gut, looking at my son like, man. And
All right,
explaining
guys,
to him
well,
that it happens.
We got blood right here. We've tracked the blood from the field out here into here. We're only about 20 yards into the woods. And there's a pile of blood right here. but then there's nothing. So we're just following trails, and yeah, it sucks.
And it's hard for me to keep my frustration off camera to try to keep his spirits up and sort of say like, hey,
All
this
right, we're gonna
happens.
see what we can do here.
And
You can see it,
You
man.
can see it in your eyes, brother.
Another rough one. It's 3:00. I looked for 3 hours. I went everywhere down in the thick stuff. No clue at all where this deer went. Now I kicked deer up across our field on the back end where they normally bed down, but that's another property, so I didn't even walk over there. So yeah, I just can't believe he went any further than these woods. So I guess it was further back than we thought. Up another bad ending. I told Theo though he has to take his time, and I know he was shaking, but that's the deal. When you got them bigger bucks in front of you, you gotta keep your composure. But he's young, he's learning. He'll get over it quicker than I will. All right, guys, that's it for the hunt. That's it for the video. If you made it this far, I appreciate you watching. Please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps us out a lot. And make sure you like and hit your notifications button. All right, guys. Well, like I always say, take a kid fishing or hunting. We're going to preserve our sport and pass it on to future generations. And we will see you.
That's tough, dude.
Heartbreak, man.
Keep it rolling right here, Ron.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Okay.
I saw you got a little bit more footage rolling here.
Oh, no. It's not over yet, guys. I just got a dog tracker to come down.
That was my question.
Theo all the way home. He has to go be somewhere for a trunk or treat for his school. And I am meeting Eli back at camp at 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm heading back down now.
I tried everything I could. That's what you got to do.
It's a dead deer.
That's what I.
Yeah.
That's what I would.
I can't smell
I mean,
blood.
you got to.
Mhm.
So
Hey, can you pause real quick, Ron?
And
Yeah.
we're gonna go and see if we.
I just want to tell a real quick story. I mean, like you were saying, Ted, you give it everything you got. About 5 or 6 years ago, my friend and I jumped up a small basket rack 8-point while during early muzzleloader season.
Yeah.
Made a questionable shot, hit him in the guts. Did the same thing you did, gave him 4 or 5 hours, tracked, couldn't find anything, and we're just walking. We're about 2 miles away from where we started. We followed little bits of blood and hair. We ended up stumbling upon this deer in some lady's backyard, and I had to go around and knock on her door and ask if I could go put this deer down. But like you're saying, man, you get in those scenarios, and us as hunters, we want to be ethical. I know we hurt this deer. I want to find it. I want to put it down.
Yep.
It's just one of those
You
things,
owe it-
man.
you
So
owe it-
you
I
owe
hope
it
this
to the
works
animal.
out.
Yeah, you owe it to the deer, man. It's like you hate to see that. You know what I mean? And I mean, he's learning. Like I've injured deer growing up. I probably will injure more going forward, but I'm a little bit. My mindset's a lot different now than I was when I was 15, 16, even 21. It's now.
Sure.
It's now. It's like when I'm in Ohio trying to shoot these 180 class deer, 150 to 180, and I see one. I'm getting worked up, but if it ain't right, you don't put the shot on them. And that's our
You're
group
right.
down
Yep.
Ohio is if you don't have that shot, do not take it because these are big bucks and we're on a lease and we don't want to lose them. So if you don't have the shot that you're not 100% confident in, let it go because the next person may have that shot. And we all work as a
Right.
team down there on our lease. So it's like
Yeah, that's
no
good.
no messed up shots. So but he's learning, I mean, he had the opportunity and you'll see what happens.
Can't find his deer. Stay with us. All right, guys. Well, we arrived back at camp again. I'm meeting Eli, the deer tracker down here, and I left my Sitka hoodie down here. You can see it on the bench here. I left it here. I went home without it, so maybe that's a good sign. Maybe I was supposed to come back and get the Sitka sweatshirt and find a deer. So we'll see. So he's supposed to be here about 7:15. So I'm just going to hang out here. I got about a half an hour, and we will see when he gets here what he wants to do, and hopefully
Probably
we can get
rocking a
on the
bow
track.
tech
This is
hat.
the first time that I had to use a tracking dog, so it'll be neat to see how it works and what happens. So
Yeah, there's
all
tracking
right, guys,
dogs, man.
and I will leave the information if
They're a game changer when
Eli
you need them.
wants me to on this video. So
Yeah.
some people don't like to be videoed and stuff like that. So I will ask him if he has a website and stuff, and I'll get all his information, and I will put it on here at the end of the video. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Wish me luck.
I shoot a diamond by Bowtech. That's my bow.
Yeah, I have a diamond black ice myself.
Yeah, man.
That's a deer in our destination food plot when I was just hanging out waiting for him. That's the clover field that you guys saw me walking past.
All right, so while I was waiting, I walked up to the clover plot. There's a doe out in the field. So I guess we didn't rattle up too much today. I'm just wondering about the dog and us, walking around here tonight. Hopefully, it doesn't shake up things and push a lot of stuff out of here. But I think next week we may be coming back down Halloween weekend. Be coming back down to hunt. I was going to try to hunt Thursday, but it looks like it's going to be rain Thursday and Friday, or Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we'll see. But I'm anxious to see how this dog works. So, all right, if anybody has any, if anybody had any intel on how their experience was with dog tracking, let me know in the comments. All right, guys, we'll be back. All right, guys. Well, we got the dog tracker here. We got Eli and his son Michael, and Callie is the dog. So we're gonna go up and see what happens. Stay with us.
I love watching them
First
work.
time
Yeah, this
using
is
a
like
dog.
a good.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is like
And,
this is like
will
watching a movie.
leave the
I love
information
this.
in the video.
Wish I had some
We're
popcorn.
done here. So
Yeah,
wish us luck.
I try to make it like a show on TV, man. I try to make it as best I can,
And I
Tell
get it.
the
I mean,
story.
this is interesting. I love it.
Now, this is where we were walking around for them many hours. So he told me it's going to take a while for the dog to get on a track in that
Yep.
area that we
Yeah.
went through. So
Yeah, because you've already
Now,
been
how-
moving through there.
yeah,
How long has it been since the deer went through until the dog got there?
well, we shot it at 8 in the morning, close to 8, and this is about 7:30 at night. So
That
10 hours,
same day.
9 hours, 10 hours. Yeah, same day.
Got it.
There you go.
Got
We went pretty far so far, and that ain't find nothing. Yeah, you should have saw the way this dog ran. It was crazy. But it walked. The
I'm
way
up
that
on
I
the
thought
power
that
line
deer
now.
would walk, but then we didn't find nothing yet. So
They
we're
say
up on the power line,
you got to watch the
walking through all
dog.
this tall
Dog,
grass.
read
so
the
see
dog
what
more than
happens.
read the land.
Stay with us.
Because the
Not
dog's
looking
going to
good,
tell you if it's wanted or not.
All right, guys. Well, Eli and his son Michael left. We tracked the deer all the way across the power line, back and forth around, and the dog could not find it. We didn't find anything. He was saying about the angle of the shot. It could have been just a brisket hit, but it looked like a liver hit to me. We tracked it for 2 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and Kaylee was good. She was on the track. She was going the way I thought the deer went, and then we just nothing. It went out to the power line, and it was all that high grass, and she was just going through that. I was thinking maybe it was laying in there, but we come up empty-handed. So that just goes to show you guys, shot placement is everything with a buck. Any deer, we owe it to the deer to shoot it and take it ethically. And I'm upset about it. So it is what it is, but that's how you learn, and Theo's going to learn from that. So, all right, guys, we will end this now for real.
Heartbreak.
So like I always say, guys,
Yeah, seriously.
make sure you subscribe
broke my
to the
heart
channel
twice
if you
in this
haven't.
video.
Hit that notification to all and hit the like button. Please share us out. We'd appreciate it. And like I always say, take your kid fishing or hunting. Want to preserve our sport and pass it on to future generations, and we will see you.
I love the message, man.
Yeah, every
Yeah,
time. I
and
love it.
that's why I wanted to put everything in there to show you the highs and lows, and it happens to everybody, and it didn't work out. Now, his first buck run, I got a video from a couple years ago. Same thing happened. We couldn't find it, but I went down the next day because it was in my head like all night.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, I
like,
bet. Yeah.
hey, this is his first buck. This means more to me than probably him right now. But I
Mm-hmm.
want to go down and find it for him. And I went down and found it. And if you look at that video, it was pretty emotional. Like you go up and down. It's so crazy with these shots, these bucks you're seeing. You're not getting shots. You're getting shots. You miss a shot. You hit a branch. There's just so much that goes on mentally with you. And after this couple times, he was down there and he nicked the one, hit this one. He was done. He was done for the year. It was like, I said, dude, the best thing you can do is get out there and shoot a doe. You have a doe license, get out
Back on
there
the
and get
horse.
back
Yeah.
on it and shoot a doe. Well, he had baseball and he had his friends and stuff, so he wasn't too into it. And I was like fearing I was losing him, for this because of this experience. But he had got a new gun that he got a 350 Legend. So he was like, Dad, I don't want to archery hunt no more this year. I want to go down rifle season. And that's a whole nother experience, a whole different level, a whole different. I'm bringing him down for first day. So I was excited that he at least wanted to go for that. So I tried to make that the best experience for him. So I knew there was deer in that area and I knew he could take a doe. So I was like, well, he's going to shoot at something during that time. But then we get down there and then there's that high and low again where we're sitting and standing this great food plot with pears still in the tree in rifle season. And we don't see any shooter bucks, but we see a bunch of does. And the videos after this one, if you follow, we have the pick of any doe you want in the county. But he's like, no, I'm waiting for a buck. I'm waiting for a buck, waiting for a buck. Then the last, he shoots a smaller doe, but I I would have said, "No, don't shoot this doe. Wait for the bigger one," but it was getting late, and I had to get him on something.
You
So
want to
we
get him back in the
yeah,
saddle.
Yeah.
so we
Oh
took
yeah.
the younger deer, and you get all them comments, "Why'd you shoot the littler doe of them all?" I was like, "You don't know the situation, guys."
That's
Like,
why we
Yeah.
say hunt your hunt, man. I mean,
mhm,
like you don't know, we don't know the story as the viewer.
yeah,
We don't know the situation or scenario. And you know what? You're not going to waste that deer, whether it's a big deer or a small deer. You're going to eat that deer, and that's why we always say, man, it's your hunt. You
yeah.
spend that tag however you want
Yep.
to spend it.
At the end of the day, if you're happy,
Yep, and he was because he got his deer with his 350 Legend. That's another video that's out there if you watch them or got people listening, go over and just browse. But I had a bunch of hunting videos this year. We really put the work in this year in hunting season, my son and I, and then all the way through Ohio late season in January and February. It was cold. We had a lot of bucks coming in, but it didn't work out for me. Rifle season down there, it did, but other than that, like, I was waiting, waiting, waiting.
It's a lot of work
this is
whenever you're doing, trying to put something out every week, but you did a great
this is
job
what
this year for sure.
this is what I wanted to remember. You said so. You shot the deer on the 26th, right? You
Yeah,
guys went and tracked it. You were talking about the cold temperatures coming in and all that stuff.
yeah.
I saw a huge buck the 26th on the 26th, and then my buddy, because it's Maryland, private land in Maryland, you're allowed to hunt on Sundays. My
Mhm.
my buddy ended up shooting a monster on the 27th.
Yeah, that was a good
So like you were
weekend.
talking
That was
about, just
definitely
that was it. Yeah, that's what. As soon as you said the date, I was like, man, I know something happened right around that weekend.
and you know what's good
Significant
about
time.
these YouTube videos is, they always say you can record your hunts on on paper and keep it in your, write down everything. Well, I have my notes right here. All I gotta do is go back to last year's videos and watch my videos, and I'll see when I'm seeing deer down there and when I'm not seeing deer. So this is my own recorded little,
It's your
uh,
database.
it's my database to go back and look at them. Plus, it's for when I'm not here, the kids can see it, or they say, "Oh, your uncle or your dad was goofy, whatever," and not watch them, or they could watch them. So it's just my little photo album, my video photo album that I put out there
Right on.
for
That's
later
what's
on.
cool about it, Ted. And that's why we do it. I mean, you know our story. We keep a logbook and everything like exactly what you just said. We try to write it down and put it on paper, but when you can go back and rewatch, you relive it.
Yeah,
There's something to it, man. Ton of
for
fun.
sure, for sure, for sure.
Well, we appreciate you, hanging out with us tonight.
Dude, I had a blast. We
Yeah,
gotta
this was
do this.
awesome.
We gotta do this again. You should
It's
make this like a series, man. Not with me, I'm saying with other hunters and too, but I'll come on whenever you want,
Yeah,
man. I'll go through. It's fun.
yeah,
that's what I was getting ready to say.
and I know, it's fun to rewatch your videos.
Yeah, tracks and tackle, reliving the moment. I can see that coming out right now. Tracks and tackle, relive the moment. and we go back and watch everybody's videos and collab with more people on here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Well, you're
Somebody,
you're sharing your story with us,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's part of the like the heart behind the why we're doing this stuff on YouTube and
yeah,
everything. We everybody's got a story to tell,
yeah. It's
and
fun and
so we're
connecting.
passing that along.
Yeah, yeah. Like I don't think I would ever met you. Do we meet on? Was it Camo Space, Ron?
I think I
I think
might have
Camo
reached out to
Space.
you when I
Yeah,
hopped on Camo Space at first. I was reaching out to a lot of people, and I didn't stay on just because of some issues with they had some bugs and
yeah.
I couldn't post as regular. Like I post a lot, on Instagram and Twitter and everywhere else, and I couldn't keep up with my schedule. So, but yeah, it's if it wasn't for social media and like-minded guys, we probably never would have met.
Yeah, and you're
But
from PA as well. So that's
yeah.
pretty neat to meet a fellow, guy from PA, and then you bring me into the ring, like meeting Josh, and he's hunting different areas and different styles. So like me watching Josh and what he's doing, and everybody learns from everybody. That's the thing. Like
Yeah, man.
I don't know everything, guys, but I tell that to the people, like, hey, this works for me in my situation. It might not work for you. You might not be able to grow kestrel kale in your food plot in Maryland, but I can grow it here, and this is what I use. Give it a try if you want, but don't knock people for if it don't work, because it may work for you and not work for me. But you're gonna learn something from somebody somewhere that you're gonna pick up. I try to teach as much as I can in the videos. That's why they're long. People say, "Oh, they're long and drawn out videos," but dude, I love doing it that way. That's how it happens when I do it. That's how it happens, and there's nothing cut, and I don't put unicorns flying in the air and spinning around and making it. I just put it the way it goes. I might add some music and stuff to it to make it exciting, but that's cut and
Yeah,
dry
man.
with me right there. I'm
It's a
cutting
certain
in
audience,
places. Yeah,
that wants that long form content too. I can sit down and I can watch that where, a lot of people don't, other
Me too.
people might not want that.
yeah,
So, all good. Any final words, Josh?
Well, I just wanted to say, man, what a good time this was, Ted.
yeah,
Man, it was
yeah. It's
fun.
awesome.
What an
Yeah, hopefully
adventure.
we
You
could do
just
it again.
roller coaster of emotions throughout that whole thing.
That's why I
It
wanted to
was a lot
go
of
over
fun.
that one. I figured
Yeah.
we could have went through a video that, yeah, we shoot a deer and get them and that's it, but everybody sees that. So
Mhm.
Yep. And
I
then I
wanted to
got
be the different guy.
I got one other thing I want to say real quick to anybody out there that has watched this whole video and stayed with us the whole time. Check out the 100th episode of our good friends over at the Average Joe's Hunting Podcast, man. They just put
Nice.
out their 100th episode, so we want to
That's
throw a
cool.
shout out to those guys. We love
Very
Johnny
cool.
and Chris and Mike and those guys over there. So big shout
Very
out to
cool.
them. Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors, dude. Man, this is
Thanks, man.
awesome.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I love us. I hope we do this again, man. I really do. I enjoyed. I could do this once a week with you guys. You know me. I love it.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
you guys ever need anybody or need to fill some dead space, let me know, man. I'll be on for sure.
Love it, man.
Right on.
Love it because we're always thinking up new ideas. Our issue is we don't, finding the time to do all the ideas that we got because we've got a group. It's just not one guy trying to do it all, and we're trying to make space for everybody. So awesome night hanging out, watching a video with Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors. We're gonna roll the end credits, and as always, if you made it this far, hit a like, hit a subscribe, drop a comment. It helps us on the algorithm. And stay tuned for more Backcountry Rewind on the Tracks and Tackle Collaborative Network.